Martell Holt just got hit with news he never saw coming, and if the rumors are true, it's not just a minor update, it's a full-on gamaker. Word on the street is that Melody Shari might be pregnant. And not by Martell, the man at the center of all this speculation is Harper. Now, let's be clear. This isn't just some wild headline cooked up by bored bloggers. The clues have been stacked for weeks. First, Melody switches up her usual look, then came the sighting. Someone claims they saw her at a women's wellness clinic in Atlanta with a tall man by her side. And just when fans were still piecing it all together, Martell allegedly had a full-on breakdown behind the scenes during filming. Sources say he was talking loud, pacing, and snapping at producers. One insider said he even shouted, "She wants the world to think I'm replaceable." That line alone said everything. It's not just a possible baby. This is about losing the narrative to the very woman he once underestimated. And let's not forget Harper's name didn't just pop up randomly. Both were rumored to have attended the same event. He liked a few of Melody's posts. She followed him back. Fans noticed, they always do. Then the pregnancy buzz hit and the internet exploded. Blogs running headlines like award-winning actor prepares for fatherhood. And the focus shifted. Suddenly, Martell wasn't just the ex. He was outside looking in. This isn't just another love and marriage Huntsville plotline. This is deeper. Because if the rumors are true, this pregnancy represents something Martell never really planned for. Melody truly moving on. And with someone who doesn't come with public chaos. Let's rewind for a second because the way we got here, it's a timeline full of shade, silence, and strategic slayage. I don't make it an issue. No, I'm not making it a big issue. No, like, don't let that mess up the friendship. Oh no, hell no, it's not going to mess up our friendship. But it's more like don't ever do that again, though. I would not go to your ex-wife before coming to you, the man first, period. After everything Martell and Melody went through, infidelity, public divorce, custody battles, things had finally quieted down. But people who've watched Love and Marriage Huntsville long enough already knew the deal. When it's too calm, something is usually bubbling beneath the surface. That type of peace doesn't last between these two, it never does. The show has shown us that their dynamic is built on tension, and when one person shifts, the other usually scrambles for control. What made this truce even more suspicious was how performative it felt. Martell being nice in public, that's not nothing, it means he either wanted something or sensed he was losing something, because behind all those compliments was still history. And underneath all that peace was the potential for another storm, and just like that, in comes the name no one expected. When fans first noticed Melody and Harper interacting, it felt random. Harper is not the kind of name you usually hear in messy headlines. He's private, someone who's been connected to Michelle Obama in the past. He's not out here chasing clout or mixing it up with reality TV chaos. That's what made this so interesting. Didn't jump into any public flirtation. Melody didn't do her usual boss move captions with hints of tea. Because when someone like Harper steps into the picture, he's not bringing a bunch of drama. He brings stability, intellect, and let's be honest, he's everything Martell isn't. That alone had people talking, but then came the rumor. And it turned whispers into a full-blown media explosion. A tweet went out saying Melody was seen at a women's wellness center in Atlanta with a tall, well-dressed man. No name was mentioned, but fans assumed it was Hill. That tweet didn't last long. It was deleted fast, but not before someone screenshotted it. Then came the grainy photos. A woman who looked like Melody was seen leaving the clinic. She was dressed down, hoodie, sunglasses, leggings, but beside her was a man holding a smoothie. That's when the story caught fire. TikToks, Reddit threads, IG fan pages, everyone was talking. Theories ranged from due dates to gender guesses, but while the internet speculated, Martell broke down during filming, not on camera, but behind the scenes. According to insiders, he was totally dumped. One source even said he had to be pulled aside by a producer to calm down. He allegedly shouted something that really exposed his mindset. "She wants the world to think I'm replaceable." That line was different because it wasn't about the baby, it wasn't even Harper, it was about control. The idea that Melody could move on and be celebrated for it. That she could start a new chapter without Martell in it, and maybe even with someone who doesn't come with baggage. That's what stunned. Martell didn't just lose a relationship years ago. He lost control of the storyline, and now if Melody really is pregnant and happy with someone new, especially someone like Harper, then Martell isn't just the ex, he's the past. And that's a role he's clearly not ready to accept. And just when fans thought it couldn't get juicier, Harper finally speaks. Applause music just when the speculation was peaking. Harper finally addressed it, but in the most unexpected way. He was at a panel discussing fatherhood and black male leadership. It was a professional event. Serious tone, full of community leaders, but even in that setting, someone in the audience asked the question that had been burning across social media: are you expecting a baby with Melody Shari now? Most celebrities would dodge that kind of question. They'd laugh it off or get annoyed, but Hill stayed calm. He looked the person in the eye and said, "There is no pregnancy and we are not in a relationship," but it didn't end there. He followed up with something that made everyone pause. Hill said he had nothing but respect for Melody. He called her a strong, determined woman who was doing incredible things. He didn't speak about her past, her show, or the rumors, just gave her grace and moved on. But then came the line, the one that really shut the room down: "I don't do blogs. I keep my personal life private." That right there was more than a boundary. It was a message. He was not here for drama. He wasn't about to get pulled into some reality TV triangle. He wasn't going to add fuel to the fire, no matter how hot it was burning. But while Hill bowed out of the drama, Melody stepped deeper into the mystery. Melody didn't say a word in response to Hill's statement. She leaned all the way into the mystery. Her Instagram turned into a soft glow gallery, neutral tones, flowing outfits, strategic poses. Every image looked like it came from a lifestyle magazine, and more importantly, her midsection was always hidden. Every frame felt intentional. And then came the post that lit everything on fire: a baby bottle emoji, a flower, and a white heart. That tiny emoji combo turned into a headline across fan pages, Reddit threads, and Twitter. Soon after, a short grainy clip surfaced. It was filmed outside a wellness clinic. In it, a woman who looked a lot like Melody is being helped into a black SUV. She's walking slowly, carefully, dressed down. A tall man walks beside her, holding the door open. You couldn't see her face clearly, but the body language, it said everything. That moment sealed it for many fans. They started zooming in, comparing walking styles, clothing choices, even the man's build and sneakers. People were convinced this wasn't random. This was real, and that's when the energy shifted. Again, and right on cue, Martell loses it on Instagram again. While Marcus talking to you, so while you posting pictures showing stuff, yeah. Keep your hands to yourself, don't ever touch Martell Ho's kids. The minute that baby bottle post went up and the video started making rounds, Martell jumped online, but he didn't address it directly. He never does. Instead, he posted, "Watch who you build with, not everything that glitters is gold." Then came the late night live. Martell appeared tired, his eyes looked heavy, his tone off. He started ranting about people pretending to have moved on while still playing games again. No names, but fans didn't need them. His body language, the frustration in his voice, it was obvious he was talking about Melody, but he didn't clarify. He just kept talking in circles, emotional and bitter. Fans could feel it. This wasn't about whether the rumor was true. This was about losing control of the narrative. Melody had gone silent. Harper had shut things down calmly, and Martell, he was spiraling again. But what came next took this from rumor to full confirmation. It didn't come from Melody, nor was it from Harper. It dropped quietly from a random Instagram fan page that claimed to have inside tea, and the image, a soft lit photo featuring a pastel-colored cake with the words, "It's a girl," written in gold icing. Pink and white balloons filled the background. Faces were blurred out. But one detail caught everyone's eye. A close-up shot of a hand wearing a ring that fans immediately recognized as Melody's. That detail was enough. Within minutes, screenshots started circulating. The original post got deleted fast, but not before it had already racked up tens of thousands of shares. But the thing is, Melody never confirmed it. She didn't repost the image. She didn't go live. She stayed quiet. That silence made people even more obsessed because it left room for speculation to grow. And let's be real, it worked. While fans were busy decoding, one thing became clear. Melody wasn't just protecting her peace, she was controlling the entire conversation without saying a word. But if Melody was playing chess this whole time, she just checkmated Martell. My growth in that is a